Good morning. Welcome to the Big Text Recovery Weekly Update, where I discuss the week that was and the week that will be. Okay, let's talk about last week. So, starting last week, I did PDCS. I actually gave a speech for about 20 to 30 minutes. It went very, very well. I also, during my friend Michelle's speech, at the end got up and danced. That was fun. I've danced since the stroke, but that was really the first time, like in public, standing with a bunch of people grooving, and it was a lot of fun. It showed me that I can speak for a while, and that I'm on the right path. So I'm really working on doing my speech exercises. The neurologist says I need to buy a children's book and read them in front of a mirror. So if you have access to any children's book, you can get me here in Playa Carmen in English, please. I'd appreciate it. We're looking around to try to find some. There's a couple bookstores we may check out, but I'll talk about that in the weeks to come. Also, this week I set up my next two albums to drop on August 21st. Just the Lyric Volume 2. The Volume 2, the Volume 1 B-Sides, and Volume 2 Dedications. Both of those albums will drop on August 21st. So be on the lookout. Thank you again to Kia for taking me out to Spades on Tuesday. That was a lot of fun. Shout out to LD and Chantel and Brian and Nisa, who all played in the games. And overall, I'm having a blast going to Spades on Tuesdays. So far, out of the, I think, 8 or 9 games I played, I've only lost twice. So I'm good to see that my Spades game is still on point. I have physical therapy on Friday. And Yale gave me a couple more exercises to do. If you can see behind me on the wall, there are little heart stickers. That's for me to practice touching and my arm extension, which is improving, which is good. There was a while when I was on the bed, I would try to lift my left arm and couldn't do it. Now I can. And now I can actually move it forward and touch the wall. So every day I go to the wall and I make a pattern in my mind and create and touch the hearts in those patterns. Also, I worked on my musical over the week. Now that the speech is done, I can take Reserved off the back burner and go back to working on the musical. Right now, it's just a lot of formatting and adjusting the songs. I'm going to create the soundtrack to the musical. In order to do that, I'm going to run every single song back through Suno to make sure it sounds as good as possible. I learned that if I use all caps, that's not the best way to do it. So I have to go back, format all the songs, which is a lot, but I can do it. It gives me something to do for this coming week, and that's my project this week, is to finalize the formats of all the songs for Reservate This, plug them back into Suno, get all new songs in my account, and then put together the soundtrack. So that's what I'm going to do this coming week. Also, you can hear I'm working on my voice. I mentioned that. Oh, and this yesterday was the first bonus episode since my stroke, featuring Isna, who sat down with me, had a wonderful discussion. You can hear it on Big Sexy Digital Nomad, on Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. If you want to see the video, you gotta become a Patreon member and join my Patreon. If you want to join the Patreon, let me know. It's as low as $1 a month. Message me, and I'll send you the link. So next week, as I mentioned, I'm going to be working on my musical, doing my new exercises. I'm really, excuse me, I'm really determined to get my mobility back as strong as possible. You can see my walker there on the bed. I just got finished doing 10 minutes standing. And when I stand, what I do is I stand and I squat and stand back up as straight as possible. And I do that for 30-second intervals. And I include head turns to loosen up my neck. And then I do my tongue exercises for the last 5 minutes while standing, also listening to affirmations. I'm doing everything I can to get better quickly, strongly, safely, but I want to get better. My goal is to be able to at least walk assisted by the time we get to the cruise at the end of November. I really would like to be able to walk assisted before we leave Playa at the end of October. So that's going to be my focus. Staying creative with the musical to maintain my sanity. Hopefully doing 1 or 2 more interviews for the podcast. Still play Mahjong, do improv, and do my exercises every day and my daily routine, and talk every day. So please stay tuned for all the Big Sexy Recovery questions of the day. I think the more I do those, the better my voice is getting. I can hear the improvement as I do this video. One day I will go back and stitch all these videos together to see the progress that I made. And hopefully boil that down to like a 2-minute video that I can play during my speech when I finally perform that, along with all the other images and videos of my recovery. I want to say to all the people who have given me the support. When I listen to one of my meditations, they mention visualize your circle of friends. And me and Noah do a daily gratitude practice. And so I'm always grateful for that circle of friends and family who supported me during this ordeal. I love you all beyond measure, and I thank you every single day from the bottom of my heart. If I could thank you all individually, I would. There's a lot of you, and I'm blessed to be able to say that. And I'm humbled by your love and support. Very much so. It moves me and inspires me to hopefully be that support for whoever needs it. I do support the idea of paying it forward. Okay, this is a long video, but I guess I had a lot to tell y'all. I'm really trying to be happy with my progress and listen to people and say thank you when they mention the progress they see. Since I deal with this every day, I don't always see it. I do acknowledge that it's there. So thank you to the people who point that out, like my mom, Donovan, Kia, people who mention that they see a change. Thank you for letting me know, because like I said, I don't always see it. So I plan to continue with the red light therapy, my new medications, and eventually I need to get a scan done. So if you can, please share my GoFundMe to help me cover some of these costs. I appreciate you all. I love you. And as always, safe travels.